Hi everybody, it's David from Doctors of Running, and today we are going to be doing a video review of the Bob & Brad Air 2 mini massage gun. This retails for $89.99 through their Amazon shop. It is meant to be portable, compact, ergonomic, so they have that triangular design there, and pretty user-friendly overall. So when we take a look at what this comes with, so you have the massage gun itself, you do have a couple of heads, and you have a travel case. So you have the case here. When we take a look and we open that case up, a couple different heads to play around with. So you've got kind of a larger one, like a large ball there for like the big muscle groups. You've got a standard ball for pretty much versatility anywhere you want. There's a little bullet one in here that I'm having a hard time pulling. There we go. Small little trigger point areas. And then kind of like that standard fork one for like different, whether it's vertebrae, any kind of gapped out thing that you're trying to target there. Then the one that I currently have on there is for sensitive. It's kind of like their air head, where it kind of compresses a little bit, makes it a little bit more sensitive when you're pushing down with the compression. Going into user interface, I actually like this user interface. When you turn it on, you have to hold it down a little bit, so you have a little green light there. It goes, it vibrates. This is the first speed. You have 3 different speeds you can play with. So it picks up, you can see the oscillations are getting a little bit wider, and then you have ultimately that 3rd speed. Now the one thing I like about this, with a lot of other massage guns, you can kind of put it back out to where it's flattened out, but the machine is still on. And you can kind of forget about it, and then it drains battery. With this one, you can't stop it without turning it off. So being in a clinic setting and having other coworkers using it, myself using it, it's kind of nice that it's either on or it's off. Because there have been multiple situations where the thing's been on for a couple of hours, and then you go to use it, you're like, oh, it's not charged. So that's kind of a nice little feature. I do like that. Going into charging, pretty easy. Type C comes with it. It's in the case right over here. USB plug-in, pretty easy, user-friendly. I've got one just kind of tagged in my laptop at work, so if I ever have any like tech things, I could just plug it right in. Super easy. So portable, works pretty well. Does it fit the bill for that $89.99 price point? I think it does. If you don't have one already, and the power behind this is actually pretty solid. I don't really find myself going beyond the 1st or 2nd speed. So for how compact it is, it packs a punch. I mean, it's a little bit heavy though. I weighed it right before the video and it's at 20.1 ounces. So this little compact triangle here, I mean, that's over a pound. So, I mean, it's pretty versatile. I do think it has a lot of power for the size, and I think that comes with the battery, the weight, and everything they kind of put in it. But if you already have a massage gun, I don't know if it's worth going out and grabbing another one unless you want something specifically a little bit more compact. But if you don't have one and you're looking at around and just shopping around, I do think there's a good amount of value to this massage gun, and it's one that has worked pretty well for me in the clinic as well. Like I said, it's easy to forget with other ones that it's on, so I like that it's on or off. And it does fit in the hand pretty nicely. I can usually lumbrical grip it if I'm working on someone or on myself, and I don't have to worry about different kind of holds or getting in weird positions. I will say, because it's compact, it doesn't have the longest lever arm, so if you're depending on where you're trying to get, it can be a little bit tricky if you're doing it for self-use. But for the most part, I think it's doing quite well, considering the price point for a lot of these is well north of that 100. So if you're going for any of like the big name brands, so for being kind of a third party kind of option there, aside from like the Theraguns, the Hypervolts, those types of companies, I think there's a lot of value here. So that's the Bob & Brad Air 2 video review.